I'll get into the other video, but we'll play this. It's only about a minute long.
Russia has held its largest military drill in post-Soviet history, with some 160,000 troops taking part in exercises in the country's far eastern.
So all these pork chop eating pastors that's telling you peace, peace. This don't look like peace. Russia don't look like they're on a verge of peace, because they were peaceful before. They had a need for war games ever since the Soviet Union fell. So why is it all of a sudden now they wanna have that old mentality and the Soviet Union? They didn't fear America. They didn't have no kind of the missiles could have been launched at any time. That Cuban crisis, Russia was the aggressor. All right, that's what people don't remember. Russia was sending nuclear missiles to Cuba to post on there. So that shows you the fear ain't in them. So now the Most High's taking that away, and now he's putting it back. Now he's putting that old bear spirit that they had. He's putting the hooks into their jaws, man. I get that.
Siberian military districts. Around 130 planes and 70 ships were also deployed in the training, which focused on mass movement of soldiers, transport security, and technical and medical support. Russia's national defense budget will reach $81 billion in 2014 and is programmed to exceed $100 billion in 2015. Government critics have said the outlays are excessive for Russia, a country with a weak middle class and an economy dependent on energy exports. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that only by fielding powerful and fully modern armed forces can Moscow defend its national interests, particularly in conflicts in Central Asia, the Arctic, and the Far East.
One more video. This is the video I wanted to touch on that factor, but that's not this point. Now, if you don't know what that is, this is Cuba. Okay, for you people that don't know where this Russian frigate is pulling into, it's pulling into Cuba with missiles on it. So hey, this time is close, man. And they're celebrating Russia coming. These Cubans, they're giving them a gun salute and welcoming Russia into Cuba. Look at that. There it is.
Russia flexing its muscle now by sending a nuclear message to America. Yet a spokeswoman for the Pacific Air Force in Hawaii confirmed that just days ago, 2 nuclear-armed bombers from Russia circled the U.S. territory of Guam before being intercepted by American military jets. Is this proof that Russia is becoming a greater threat to the U.S. than the administration has led on, known all along but doesn't want to tell us? Bill Gertz, senior editor of the Washington Free Beacon, joins us live from Washington. Bill, what do you read into this?
I think this was clearly a simulated nuclear attack on the United States, and it's not the first time. This is actually the 3rd incident where Russian strategic bombers have come close to U.S. coast. The last one in June was part of a major strategic exercise where a Russian general actually said they were practicing targeting our missile defense bases in Alaska and California.
They were practicing targeting American missile defense programs. What more can you say to people? I mean, if you can't see it, you ain't meant to see it. This is literally, and it's nuclear bombers, man. They're not talking about, oh, we're sending some new weapon. They're using nukes, man. What we've been telling you that the Most High is gonna have Babylon be destroyed with is nukes. All right, this is the verse I was trying to get. This is the book of Ezekiel 29. Slovakia. Ezekiel 38, Slovakia, Ezekiel 38. This is Ezekiel 38 and 4. And it says, I will turn thee back. Who back? Russia. Back to the Soviet Union. It says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses, horsemen. This boat is a part of their horse. That's a horse. Because what does a boat run on? Horsepower. Engines. That's why they call it horsepower vehicles. This might be a nuclear reactor boat. We don't know. But I'm telling you right now, the Most High's having them bring their army, because there's men on that. Okay, read it again. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thy army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords of guns, man. And says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them shields and helmets. And who is the modern day Persians? Is Iran. That's what Persia changed its name into Iran not too long ago. Salaki, I don't know the exact dates, but not too long ago it was named Persia. That's why the pork chop eating pastors can't tie that name in, because they don't know what Iran's true name is. It's Persia. So Persia, this is say Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. Okay? With them, all of them with shields and helmets. Alright? Look at that. Look at these missiles on here. Look at, there's 2, 4, 6. There's 6 missile launchers on this boat, and we don't know what kind of missiles are on there. There's no way America can tell you what kind of missiles are in those containers. And those can carry nuclear weapons, man. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Russia blasting claims that Syria's Assad is using chemical weapons. They say the claims are unproven. They say a new investigation is needed. This comes after an icy exchange between President Obama and the Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, Cubans are coming to see it, man.
There are some in Congress who have urged the president to institute a no-fly zone to protect the rebels. But the Russian Foreign Ministry is now saying, and I'll quote, "We will not allow that." AB, would a no-fly zone perhaps trigger a military confrontation between the United States and Russia?
You know what? You got Nate Satan talking about we need to build up communities and build up poor centers and feed the poor. Why ain't he telling you about this shit? Why isn't he not telling you that this is we're on the door of war, all out war, and he's trying to build a damn homeless shelter? Follow him if you want to.
The Russian Federal Migration Service has confirmed publicly that they have issued Mr. Snowden temporary asylum for 1 year and allowed him to leave the airport. We are extremely disappointed that the Russian government would take this step despite our very clear and lawful requests in public and in private to have Mr. Snowden expelled to the United States to face the
This is the book of Obadiah. Because Russia pretty much said fuck America because they hid Snowden, the NSA leaker. This is the book of Obadiah 1 and 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee, they have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay? Because Russia was once at peace, so you would think they'd cough up Snowden and give him up to America, but it's even to that level that they don't want to give this guy up. So they was once at peace with America and working with them and eating their bread, taking their funding and taking their aid, all of that stuff. Now they're spitting back in the face of the America.
Yeah.
This is going on. Intelligence officers, officials this morning reporting that a major plot is already underway and terrorists are already in place, ready to strike. Peter Ducey is live in Washington with the very latest. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Anna. That's right. The latest update we have is that terrorists are in place, ready to carry out what is being described as a major plot. That's based on a new CBS News report describing the intelligence we have that prompted the United States to close 22 embassies and consulates around the world. This intelligence is reportedly very specific and relates directly to an Al-Qaeda-affiliated threat.
It is more specific, and we are taking it seriously, which I think you'd expect us to do. Yeah, there is a significant threat stream, and we're reacting to it.
Those specifics are still a secret at this early hour. Dempsey declined to give more details other than to say that Western interests are in danger, and based on the embassies and consulates that are now closed, those Western interests appear to be mostly in the Middle East and North Africa, and that is why a worldwide travel warning is in place for all Americans for the first time since September 2011, the 10-year anniversary of the attacks that killed nearly 3,000 Americans in New York, Northern Virginia, and Pennsylvania. President Obama is celebrating his 52nd birthday at Camp David. He played golf before he left, and the White House said before departing this morning, the president was updated on the potential threat occurring in or emanating from the Arabian Peninsula by...
Alright, this told you the story, so with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, double honors to the elders. Shalom.